everything new under the sun. I want to take a look at and tell you about Room Escape, which is a really fun group activity that we happened to go to when we were on vacation. And I did a bit of a teaser. I spoke of it in one of my vlogs earlier this week, or last week, whenever. I don't know when I'm going to post this. But anyways, it was in Magnetic Hill well, no, it wasn't in Magnetic Hill. I don't know why I'm showing this image at all. It was in Dieppe, Moncton, which is farther away from Magnetic Hill. And there is a whole website, obviously, this is for Room Escape Atlantic. So you can go to roomescapeatlantic.com. And basically, Room Escape is a game where you can have 2 people, up to 10 people. You basically go into a room. You're not really locked into a room, but it's kind of fun to say you're locked in a room. And basically, you have to solve puzzles and riddles and open and find keys and find secrets to solve an overall puzzle and eventually win or get out of the room, basically. So it's apparently the new big thing. And I want to show you some pictures from what we were doing. But we were in the Dieppe location, and basically we walked in there. I think it was $24 a person. It's not cheap. It's a full. You basically have a time limit of 60 minutes to solve whatever puzzle it is, and you're basically all put into a room from 2 up to 10 of you. And for us, there was I believe there's an exact 10 there, and so we paid our money, and we got taken into a room. We were given some basic instructions. The door was shut behind us. And that was it. You're off. You have to solve puzzles. You have to find stuff, and you have to. In this case, you didn't have to get out of the room. The winning thing was that we had to find the golden key, and this would be the final item. And if we found that, then we beat the game, basically. So this particular location has a few rooms here. The abandoned hospital, Unit D. And so that looks interesting, actually. Toy Story Nightmare. I'm not into the horror story stuff as much. The Zodiac Room. This is the room that we were in. I said it before. It's about the Zodiac Killer. I'll speak more about it. But it's really, there was really no, death and destruction and whatever. From point of view of I'm a Christian. There's nothing really, praising murder or whatever here. The whole game was actually just finding numbers and deciphering riddles and unlocking boxes, basically. So it wasn't about murder at all. So they just make these names to, I think, draw people in and make it look interesting, I suppose. But there was riddles and ciphers and numbers and secrets that you had to find around the room, basically. We have this other room called the Mario Room. And apparently this room is for younger kids, and it's fairly easy. Now, the Zodiac Room was a medium to high difficulty room, so it wasn't a top difficulty level. There's another room that was harder, but I'm happy to say that the short story is that we were able to solve the medium to high difficulty room in about 50 minutes, basically. There's another one, the Chambers of Secrets, and this is apparently about Hogwarts and Harry Potter theme, I suppose. And then there's Jigsaw, Unit A, and this is based off the movie Jigsaw or something. I don't appreciate the spooky stuff, but if there's puzzles and stuff, I like the puzzles. I enjoy the puzzles. For example, I have this game on iPad called, I think it's called The Room, and you're looking at this 3D object in this 3D room, and you've got to find puzzles and solve things and open chambers and to get to the next clue, and I find that pretty interesting. So I want to take you to the photos here, and we'll just talk a bit about. Let's see if I can. Yeah, here. So this is pictures from the wall. So here was the room. So there's 10 of us in a room, and the room had various things. Now these pictures are taken actually after we had completely torn apart the room, but you've got props. So this desk is here, this clock was here. You have a light and a phone, and of course there's secrets related to all these, and there's special keys. This thing here is a black light that we had to find. We had to release it from a locked box basically, and then you use the black light to find other numbers around the room that you can only see under black light. So this is pretty cool stuff. So like I say, the whole point was to find this key effectively, and that is what we did. But it was all related to reading a whole bunch of pieces of paper, finding numbers around the room that would open up, 3-digit bicycle locks and 4-digit bicycle locks. You can see the locks down at the bottom here. There's a 3-digit box here, and there was a 4-digit one. I don't know if that's a 4-digit one or not, anyways. But there was letter locks, number locks, and we had to remove about, there must have been probably 6 or 7 locks, and all these boxes are locked. And there was a briefcase that we had to lock, which had, the briefcase actually had 2 locks on it, so one on each side, and you had to figure out the codes for that from all the clues and stuff. So these are the number of people that were kind of sitting around the table going through all the clues. All these pieces of paper are in this game. These are the evidence files, the files that to talk about the situation, what evidence was gathered at that time related to the Zodiac killer, obviously. Again, there's nothing gory or anything. You're just looking for patterns, so you can get numbers. And with the letters found, then we had this thing on the wall, which you could trace numbers to letters and letters to numbers to come up with words and codes and that sort of thing. So you see on the over here left hand side, I think I have a larger picture of that. So this is one of the things on the wall, which was actually, this was, and I don't want to give away too many hints here, but there was really nothing on this wall that was significant, although there's lots of dates and numbers and things crossed and underlined here. There actually wasn't anything significant on this board related to it, interestingly enough. But you had to do things like decipher things with a protractor and angles, and come up with, you were able to get like word sentences out of putting all the evidence together. Here's another prop. There was a hat and a jacket and an umbrella in one corner. And actually, I think this was, I don't think there was anything related to here that we found either. Interestingly, I don't know if I found it. Yeah, here are the file folders of the evidence, with photographs and text and numbers on it that you had to all figure out. It's all very well done. Again, here you see some more evidence, a boot print there, and some baggies with evidence and various things and ciphers and all these riddles that you had to basically figure out. You see a globe in the back here. That was also a red herring. There was nothing related to the globe in it, but they put stuff in this room effectively that was to lead you towards figuring out the puzzle, and also as red herrings to lead you away from figuring it out. So it was really exciting. I probably explained it really badly, but anyways, 2 to 10 people can play, and you spend an hour in there basically trying to figure it out, and you only have an hour. They'll call you out after an hour, so that's your time limit. So the record for this room apparently was they finished it in 45 minutes, basically with 15 minutes to spare. We finished it in 50 minutes, 50, with 10 minutes to spare. So we did pretty good. I'm happy to say I found probably 4 or 5 of the lock numbers in the room. Some of the interesting things, this clock, for example, there was no clock inside of it. The numbers, the time on the clock, actually was part of the riddle and part of a protractor cipher that they had to work out. And so these were actually taped in place. So you have to notice that. This was on the wall at the time, so you kind of have to notice that, oh, the clock's on the wall, but it's not actually moving. And so that's a clue that you got to pick up. And then in this phone over here, there was a clue underneath the thing. You screw off the end of it, and you find a clue. In the table, there was a key there, and there was black light numbers, and I tore this whole thing apart looking for stuff. So it was pretty neat overall. You were literally stuck in a room, and you literally were all in there for up to an hour, just looking to figure, trying to figure stuff out, trying to open locked boxes. So from that point of view, it was really a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I'd like to do maybe one of the other rooms. I really enjoy the puzzle solving portion of it, and that's really all it was. I don't know how much how gory the other ones get or not. They may be, you know, R-rated or something, but likely most of them are just riddles and ciphers and stuff, and the rooms are just for atmosphere, I suppose. You know, they're kind of selling this as entertainment for adults, I guess. And it was a lot of fun. Now you could do this without the scary themes as well, and it would still be a lot of fun. But I just thought it was I really enjoyed it. I'd love to do another one. So yeah, this was the key at the end that you had to find, that we found with 10 minutes to go. So we opened, like, literally, like, probably 8 or 10 boxes. We opened up a filing cabinet which had like 3 locked boxes inside it. We had to find the digits for that. So it was a lot of fun. And overall, like I say, I would definitely recommend it. This is the group here that we were with, so that all these fine folk helped us to figure it out. But anyways, yeah, I just want to put it out there. And I'll go back to the so this is Room Escape Atlantic. I don't know if they have any more pictures. They sell it as a team building exercise. They've got a link up there for team building, because you do have to cooperate. You have to organize yourselves properly. You have to designate responsibilities. You have to each do different tasks. So what I did in our room was I spent a lot of time just going around looking for numbers. In one case, for example, and I'm probably giving away too many hints here, but just turn it off if you don't want to hear the hints. But anyways, the fan, for example, had numbers on each of the blades. But when you go in the room, the fan's turned on. So would you think to turn off the fan so that you can see the numbers that are whizzing around on the blades? You may not. And so that's kind of the little tricks and the riddles and the hidden stuff that you need to solve to work it out. So here is $23 plus tax. This says 6 to 10 players, and this is the medium to hard. The Mario room, 4 to 6 players. Oh, okay, medium to hard. I thought they said that was easier. Chamber Secrets, medium hard. I'm looking for what the hard ones are. That's a medium one. Medium to hard. Okay, well maybe all the ones they have there are medium to hard. So I don't know where the hard one would be. Anyways, apparently the chance of winning this room or getting out of it, finding the key, was apparently 50-50. So we did pretty well to do that, and in pretty good time as well. Only 5 minutes off the record. So pretty proud of that. And yeah, like I say, I'll definitely recommend it. Now apparently this is in PEI. Apparently this is a Room Escape franchise, whatever you call it, in Cavendish. So I'd be interested to try that. It's not cheap necessarily, $23 just for an hour, of being in a room, stuck in a room with people. It goes by quick. It'd be nice if it was a little bit cheaper. But I just really enjoy the game of trying to figure things out, the mystery, trying to find the secrets, the evidence, and all this kind of thing, uncovering stuff. So anyways, I just wanted to put that out there for you guys and tell you what I thought of it. Tell me about your experience. Have you been to these Room Escape things yet? This is apparently the new fad or craze or whatever happening around here, and I'm starting to see them now that I've been to one. We were actually on the way to one when I saw a truck with the label on it that actually said, "Oh, there's one in Cavendish," which is near where we are. So that was interesting. Anyways, alright, I will leave there, guys. Thanks for watching. It was a good experience. I really enjoyed it. The rooms maybe are rated, some of them, other ones, but I would recommend it for adults if you like the puzzle, the mystery, the riddles, the ciphers. If you enjoy that sort of thing, then definitely check it out. Alright, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys.
Over.